You're tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday, everybody. This is BHL's Next, and I am in studio with the one and only Noni Sabriya.
Hey, everybody.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Happy Sunday.
Yes,
What are your
absolutely.
Sundays usually like? Busy?
Laundry.
Laundry day?
And rehearsal. So
Yeah, what's rehearsing like?
rehearsing is great. It's just staying ready for, whatever's next.
Yeah.
Really just getting my music exactly how I want it.
Yes.
They have to deal with me being a perfectionist.
I know those rehearsal hours must be long, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it when you love it. Then it goes by really, really fast.
I see,
Yeah.
I see. And then, so you're from Northern California,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
So are you now here in SoCal?
Oh, yeah, I've been here for quite a while.
Yeah?
My dad was originally from here, so as, a kid, I was just like, okay, I'm leaving. I was like, that I'm leaving. And he was like, oh, no, you're going to love it. So, yeah, I just was like, okay, I'm out of here.
What's the biggest difference, you think?
Oh, my gosh.
Because,
everything is different.
other people think that California is all one and the same.
No. It's like when you're out and about and somebody from Northern California is around, you can instantly tell. I'm like, okay, you're from Oakland. Oh, okay, I know. Okay, I get you. It's totally different. The vibe is different. The clubs are different. The way they dance is different. The way they talk is different.
Yeah.
The weather is different.
A lot
It
colder.
gets really cold and really hot. So it's totally different.
What's the music scene like out there, or how was it for you to be a musician when you were in Northern California?
When I was in Northern California, I did a lot of underground stuff for underground rappers, and it's not as known. It's a little bit rougher, but right now I heard that it's picking up.
Oh, wow.
But at the time I was just doing little hooks for underground rappers and stuff like that. Little something on the
cool.
radio and stuff. But at the time I was really young and I was like, did you hear me? So it was real cute.
Well, speaking of your story, I always love to give our guests the opportunity to talk a little bit about themselves. Let us know where you're from, how you got started in such an industry, music. It's everybody's in it. Sometimes I know it's hard to see, certain people come on top that you're like, I should have been there. The journey of just being a musician is just it's crazy. It's a roller coaster.
It's super
So
crazy.
tell me a little bit about how you got into music and your journey now.
Well, I started singing as far back as I can remember because my dad was a singer. So he was in local bands, and I remember back in the day he recorded something and we sat in the car and listened to it 900 times. I was his biggest fan. I was like, record that, go back. So I was just so enamored by his talents, and so I would just mimic that, and I'd be in the mirror and do dancing in front of the mirror and singing with a brush, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do hands down
else.
From the beginning. Yeah, I mean, there was times where it's you feel oh, maybe I should be a nurse, or maybe I should, who knows, and you try to set your mind there.
The society thinks is more realistic,
right?
I guess,
But I always ended up trailing back, and then after high school, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna go and pursue what I want, and I ended up going to music school. I went to MI. And I actually went there with Anderson .Paak. And at the time he was just drumming. So he would play with us in bands and be the drummer. But he was the best
drummer.
So yeah, because I mean, I don't know how much you know about music, but the drum is the pocket. It's everything.
I thought that I wanted to play the drums because I saw Sheila E. And then I realized it's
everything.
It's
you are so responsible for the way everything turns out.
The time of the music.
Yes.
It's just I don't want to be responsible.
Right. You see, first you start up the song, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, wait a minute, why are we going so fast? Oh, hell, I'm singing faster now. Yeah, so with him, you always knew, I'd be like, okay, who's, okay.
I'm good.
At the time it was Breezy. That was his name. I was like, oh, okay, he's back there. Okay, we good. We was grooving. No, he was everything. And then I found out he could sing because he came with an album, and it was come on, you're this good. I cannot. But yeah, he was always hustling his butt and never stopping. So at the time I was so like thinking about other things, like, oh, what about boys? Oh my God, what about being in love too? And like all this like silly stuff. And then I got derailed.
Almost every girl wants to balance career and romance and dreams and everything.
Yeah, and it's so hard because, you know, you want to have that balance, and then you start to get noticed, and then you have shows or whatever, and then people start showing you love, and it's hard for a significant other to watch that sometimes. So, you know, people coming up to you and being like, oh gosh, and being all in your face, and they're just like, let's go.
Okay, yeah.
This isn't right. So I took a little break because of that sort of thing, and that was a bad idea. But for a long time I did session work, which is just like, you know, commercials you hear where, you know, there's something in the background and it's like, you know, la la la, whatever. And then for labels, so I would sing the songs that they would, you know, push out
demo,
to the
right?
Rihannas and the but that's not paying much, you know, you just get a flat rate.
Yeah.
So I did that for a long time, and then I was like, I'm tired, I want to write, like that's my purpose. So then I ended up kind of getting a full-time job and just like hustling to save money.
I mean, like everybody, I know that is like the way, like have the dream and then have
you gotta have the money.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do without the money? I mean, you can't just like stand outside and sing anymore and if somebody goes, oh, you're discovered. No, it's not gonna happen. No, forget it. You gotta hustle. So I saved up money, and then I created my own little studio, and I had kind of the knowledge of recording somewhat. I mean, it's not like the bomb, but I can get what's here out.
Yeah.
So then I just was like, every day after work, I'd like come from work, record songs. I'd be up till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then wake up at like 8 o'clock and be like on that same cycle. Wow. So I just had like so many songs recorded. I just started like pushing stuff out, and then people started hitting me back. Like, hey, can I send you some beats? Hey, can we work together on this? And what
was that like? Like, I feel like when people have this like work ethic, like you're saying, like pushing all this stuff out, did you have to sacrifice anything you felt like on your end? Like,
I'd be at work like, it's 2 o'clock and the answer's 4, and they're like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm out of my mind.
Or like times like with your friends or family and things like that?
Family for sure. One, because most of my family is not here anymore because it's so expensive, so they all moved out to Sacramento.
Yeah.
So definitely that, like, even though I was making good money at work, I still was like not able to get home. So, and then friends, most of my friends do music. So
they understand.
And they're doing it with me. So they're just like there, you know.
Well, that's convenient.
So that's good. But yeah, it's a sacrifice, but like the want
so
for
worth it
outweighs everything.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, so I made all the music. I started putting it out. People started hitting me up. And then I had a guy hit me up from France. And then we did like a little project together. And then they started playing it in France on the radio. And it's like, oh, okay. So I think, you know, being here in America, people don't realize like there's really like black people in France.
Everywhere, yeah.
There's really some black people out there like in some hip hop and like really doing it. And so working with an American on this side, it was just like a really big deal. People were like really loving it. And so they really embraced me. So that was great. And then my most recent project, somebody reached out to me, Rob Lightborn, and he wanted to do some reggae because I had another track that was kind of giving a little reggae vibe.
Yeah.
And then we did a reggae Christmas song. So ever since then, things have been just like really going because like we got the band going and, you know, doing performances, and now it's just like it's starting to really roll.
Were you ever like scared or not too sure to send out or hesitant to send out your music?
No. I just feel like, you know, I've Googled like how many people are in the world. And you think about it, and it's like, somebody gonna like it. You know what I mean? I know I listen to stuff that's not like completely mastered. Like I'll be in the car listening to some random person, and it's like, but like you can hear in the distance, like, and I'm like, yeah, under all that static, we got a vibe. So it's like I know somebody else is out there like me who likes this kind of stuff. So until I can like afford to get this all mastered and beautiful. So I'll grab some people's interest, which I did. So I don't think I ever really felt, I just threw it out there.
Just do it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So roughly how long do you think that you've been doing music for? Professionally, I guess I would say.
Yeah,
I know everybody says that that's the
as far as like the session work, that goes back about like 10 years. So I was like kind of just doing that for a while. As far as my own writing and things that I record, 3 years. As far as me putting music like out for people to stream, 1 year.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, I was going to get to that. So 2019, you dropped some stuff on them. Even 2018, but 2019 we had like two songs out of you, "Love in December" and "I Need You." What was that like to put your music out on a streaming platform for everyone to hear?
You know what? I didn't feel that like, oh, anxiety. I was just like, hurry up. Like, come on, everybody listen. Like, I didn't feel like this, like, brrr. It just felt like, okay, good, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, this whole time I've been kind of just like, okay, we got that. All right, let's do it. Like, getting caught in the fear or the anxiety of it, I think that left so long ago.
Wow.
I still have a little bit of fear, like getting up on stage, only because it's like, oh gosh.
Because you really have to control the crowd in that instance. Yeah.
And then when you have a full band, like, you got multiple people and you're like, you better not speed it up. You better get that rhythm. It's like, okay, and like my ear, I'm listening to everything. So right now, we're still kind of like getting like to the point where we're like, okay, like if you like, for just example of a person, Beyonce, she can go up there and just do her thing. Her band is going to be in sync. They rehearse day and night because she has the time.
Yeah.
Where else is she got to be? So they're locked. So when you have a band who's in other bands and people got jobs and all this stuff, you got to work with the time that you got. So it's like, okay, let's get out here and do it, the best of our ability right now. So it's really just, the fear comes from making sure that it's right. Yeah.
What about the fear of choosing? Because I know you have made or written all this music. So how did you choose or know what to put out when the time or when you felt it was time?
That's a good question. I chose "I Need You" actually because it was like the easiest.
Really?
It's kind of just vocally, it's kind of the easiest vocally. So I knew if I was going to pay money to get this like professionally mastered and I got it by the hour, then I better do the easiest song. So it was just like, okay, this is the easiest song to sing. I know I can knock this out like really quick. And I know as far as, when we're mixing it and mastering it down, it's not going to take, extra time.
Yeah.
Because it has like all these extra things going on. Like, oh gosh, I'm trying to level these vocals and there's so much going on here. That it was simple. So I was like, okay, we'll do that one first. So I really chose it based on like, what's going to make what's going to make the most sense. I have other songs that I probably liked more. But I was just like, okay, you go over there. You wait a minute because we're going to have to like really
make a very smart decision.
Yeah, we're going to have to really everybody's going to be tired when this song comes out because it's going to be like so much work.
Yeah.
So really it's just like, okay, this song still sounds good. It's just the simplest one. So yeah.
Yeah. How about the visuals? How do you come up with creating that as an artist?
Initially, what I was like, to the videographer, I was like, the director, like, you do it. And then we started, and I was like, wait, I want it like this. Oh, wait, can he stand over here? Wait, okay, no, okay, forget it, I'll do it. So then, because I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't think I have, like, the spark for that. But then I was like, all right.
And it came
let
out.
Me just take over.
I feel as an artist, you have to wear multiple hats that maybe you didn't even expect to wear.
Yeah. It's absolutely crazy, even a mother hat. You find that, like, okay, now I have to, like, get this going because these two are being combative. And because, we're real people. And, band is together, and it's like, hey, you're supposed to be doing this. And it's like, okay, listen.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Yeah.
What do you have in mind for this year? Because we ended off 2019 with your music, 2020 yet to see something drop. So do you have anything planned or in store?
So this year, right now, I'm pairing with more people. Things are just falling out of the sky. It's just like you do the work and then things start happening in the universe. But this year, I kind of linked up with a club who is looking to...
I actually was asking about your club partnership. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
They're looking to really make it so that new artists that are on the climb can come in, perform, and not have to worry about pay to play. If nobody's familiar with pay to play, a lot of Los Angeles clubs, you actually have to pay money to get on the stage and perform if you don't have a giant draw, because they want to, if they're going to open up the club, have a bartender in the back, have everything going, they need to have some money. So you're paying in order to perform, which stinks because you're probably already broke. So he's giving a place where artists can come and kind of be a regular and build fans, build a fan base where, we're looking to put together kind of a package where
and you're directing all of this, right?
Marquee. Yeah, so there's multiple of us, multiple people involved. We're getting the radio station involved, 1580 AM, so they're getting involved. So we're looking to really push it and really just become a known source for up-and-coming artists. That's awesome. That's huge. And then also I'm working on my EP, which it's already written. The EP's because, like I said, I have so much songs, music. Yeah. So right now, the music director is just taking that music and, tweaking it and putting, more stuff and making it fuller. And then we're going to go and record and release.
When do you think that will be released?
The anticipated date was April 1st.
Okay.
But, life.
Life happens.
I'm thinking more along the lines of May 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at.
All right, we have something to look forward to. So I'm going to get into another segment, which is Next in Music.
Okay.
So basically, one of my artists that I really love, Jhené Aiko, dropped her third studio album, I think, actually. Yeah, so I love her.
Absolutely adore her. Don't say anything about her. I'm gonna go off.
I mean, your style. How would you say your style of music? I feel like it's all in the same, the Jill Scotts, the very vibey
vibe. Exactly.
Put you in a good vibe. Yeah. I don't even know what genre that would. I feel like genres have changed.
They have, because everything's kind of intermingling. Mm-hmm. There's a reggae tone to my music, but then also a vibe. So
and she has that same type of
you can just lay back and listen to that, and for her, absolutely. Yeah. So different songs have different vibes, but for sure, kind of vibe music.
Now we know right now you love Jhené, but who are your other musical influences?
Oh, influence. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Anderson .Paak.
Definitely.
Influence, of course. Let's see. Jill Scott was always an all-time. Now, gosh, her. She's so phenomenal.
She's amazing.
I don't even understand. Sometimes it's oh my gosh, I can't deal with you right now.
And she can do it all.
Yeah, and she's just so chill. She's also from NorCal, and you can kind of tell her personality where she's not
chill vibe.
Yeah, it's just she's just chilling.
Her.
Yeah.
She's her.
Yeah, absolutely. Who else? The Whitney Houstons, you know what I mean? Where the vocals are just absolutely crazy. The list goes on.
Besides your dad, is there any key artists or major artists that also inspired you to want to sing?
Michael Jackson, of course.
Really?
When I was a kid, I was super duper duper shy. Hide behind your mom, shy. So it was a thing in our household that if you turned on Michael Jackson real loud, that I would just zone out of the world. It didn't matter how many people were there. I'd come running out of the room and sliding on my knees, and then I'd be just paying attention to only him, in a trance. Yeah. And then as soon as the song was off, I'd go back to my Barbies and I'd be oh, don't touch me. It was so weird. Yeah, it wasn't until I was a teenager that I came out of my shell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson was huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, since you went to school with Anderson .Paak, do you think that, or hoping that maybe you guys can reunite and get on a song together?
In due time. Right now, he's way over there getting Grammys and all this stuff.
He seems such like a humble person that he probably, you know what I mean?
But it's so funny because when we were in school together, I asked him to work with me, but it was just over the phone, and at this time he didn't even know who I was, and he was just like, "I'm way too busy," and it was just like, okay. So if he was busy then, he's busy now.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
Yeah.
Hey. Soon.
Yes, absolutely. And another person that I would love to work with who is just killing it right now, which I watched the whole show, is D Smoke.
Who's D Smoke?
D Smoke won, what was that? What was the name of the show? Rhythm and Flow.
On Netflix, right?
Yes. He won that, and the whole time I was just like, and he's from Inglewood. He's here,
And that's he's
universe.
Put it in the universe. Yeah, I was like, put it in the universe. I usually let everybody.
D Smoke, we gonna work. Yes,
it's gonna happen.
Universe. Yes.
And you guys
he's amazing. So he
here.
raps in English and in Spanish.
Oh wow.
He plays the piano, but on a pianist level. He's amazing, and he has a message, which is huge right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Universe.
D Smoke.
Yes.
And Noni.
Yes.
Coming near you.
Exactly.
So Noni, let me know what else that you have planned for this year, for 2020. How do you want this year to go for you, and what do you want people to know and get from your music?
Right now, it's just focusing on that EP, and I want people to basically live their own life, but open up to being cured or feeling like they're not alone when they listen to my music. Because when I was young, that's what helped me. When you're going through stuff that you don't want to talk to your parents about, because it's I shouldn't be doing that in the first place. It's the Lauryn Hills and the Mary J's came along and went, "Hey, you're okay.
Yeah.
I can do it too." And it's oh, okay. Lauren got dumped? Okay. Then I guess it happens. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah, I want to be that person to come through and whisper in the next person's ear, don't worry. It's okay. You'll get through it. Yeah, that sort of thing.
That's so beautiful. Noni, thank you so much for
you.
coming. If you don't mind, please let everybody know where they can find you on social media so they can
absolutely
stay up to date with you.
So everything in my social media is all Noni Sabriya, and it's Sabriya. And you can go to nonisabriya.com and get linked to all of my social medias.
All right, guys. This has been BHL's Next. I'm your host, Rhelin T. You can find me everywhere on Instagram and Twitter at Rhelin T. Make sure to follow all things Black Hollywood Life at BHL Online, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.